Oops. Okay. All right. Let me get this up. All right. I have to pull out all kinds of things here for our chat tonight. Now, I did not bring up all of my crystal balls or all of my skulls because that would be really difficult. But I brought up some so that we could talk about what to do with them and how to do it and all that. Hi, honeys. Who do we got? Oh, let's see. My internet is going crazy already, but I see I'm still here. That's good. There's got to be a live guide to watch people. There is. I don't post on it enough, obviously, but there is. It's under the announcements in the page. And everybody has been really good. Maddie's really the best one about posting when he's going to go live. And I need to get better at it. I just kind of assume that I'm going live unless somebody else decides they want to go live or I say I'm taking a day off specifically or something like that. And I kind of assume that I am, but, you know, I don't mind taking a day off here and there. So keep that in mind. Anybody who wants to go, they can go. Just let me know and I will tune into you instead of going. All right, so let me try and pull out all my crap here. Like I said, now I didn't bring all of my skulls. I didn't bring all of my crystal balls. I just brought some of them to kind of show and talk about. So let's see who's here. Keith is here. Hi, Keith. And Little Dandelion. So Little Dandelion. Okay, now. Were we going to call you something else now? No. That was Nicole, who is now Chantel? Shit. I'll get there. I promise I'll get there. Hi, Steven. All right. Wilding Child, aka Catherine. What did I say? Chantel. I was close. I had the first letter right. All right. I'll get there. Catherine. I don't think so. I haven't decided on an actual name yet. Okay. Just making sure. And Chai and Jackie and Michelle. And Denise is here. Hello. Isabella. Hello. And another Denise. Hi, Johnny. How are you tonight? Family Wizard is back. Hello and welcome. And Dawn, who is actually... Oh, shit. Shit. Gina? No. That's not right. Damn it, man, you guys. I'll get it eventually. Keep telling me. At least that's not something that Hi, Caroline. Got one. That I'm ashamed of, and I don't try to call you something, and you just know that Mama Squirrel has stuff in her head, and I'll get there eventually. Catherine. Okay. Okay. Hi, Hexen. Tina. I need my glasses. Holy moly, my eyes are getting worse and worse and worse. And Meng, hello. Right? Hexen had a great live earlier. I loved it. And I was going to go stop and get clay, but I'm going to have to go tomorrow because I needed to come home. And Maddie is once again He cracks me up. He is messaging me instead of looking now. I already messaged him and told him that I was going to be on. All right. Hello, hello, hello. I missed it. I was out shopping, right? Hello, Maddie. Thank you. I'm here. All right. Good. Okay. So let's get to it. So I got a specific request and I was going to try to do it today at work and then it just didn't happen. There was all kinds of stuff going on. We're finally getting our new machine in and hi, Shamara. Welcome. Glad you could make it. We were just talking about you, Matt. Yep. We're finally getting our new machine in and so the guy came to take it down today and then my boss showed up unexpectedly and what was I doing? I was trying to watch, I think Maddie's. Did Maddie go live today? Oh, I'm telling you. Hello, Trinity. I was watching something and then my boss showed up and then I was listening to, yes. Okay. So I was watching Maddie and my boss showed up out of the blue, like without saying anything, which they never do. But because we're closing our office the entire week, all of a sudden she thinks she has to be out there like trying to figure out what's going on because we have a brand new machine we're putting in. We're getting 3D in my little office. That's okay, Shamara. We'll have more fun. Bowie mishap. Oh, yes, that's right, because you kept saying Bowie. And I was like, oh, stop it. Don't say it again. And he wasn't looking at the chat, and so he was like, yeah, so then David Bowie. And I'm like, stop it, stop it, stop it. You're hurting my ears. Poor Maddie. It's okay, honey. It wasn't your generation. I know you couldn't have known that. It sounded so horrible. Oh, it was so cute though. Yeah, so she showed up and then I was trying to watch Hexen and my boss called. So, my boss was all up in my business today. So I did not pull my Scullies out, which I was going to do, but now we can do it tonight. My granddaughter loves David Bowie. Yay, I do too. I love, the cringe was real, right? Oh, it was so hard. And he wasn't. Let's hope that is the only one. Good vibes. I guess that's a Scully. So yeah, he wasn't checking chat. So every time he said it like 18 times and he wasn't checking chat. And I'm like, no, stop talking. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. That was so cute. But I love you, Manny. You know, I love you. Exactly. They don't know. They didn't grow up with Bowie. So it's okay. I forgive you. Okay. Scully. So, I refer to them all as Scullies. They are crystal skulls. You can get them pretty much in anyone else. Look forward to Jen's stupid internet face after it cuts off. I'm sure I always do have that. Okay, here we go again. And I thought you said no Bowie as not to do the review. Oh, I know. I felt so bad. Then he's like, so finally he looks at the thing and I'm like, no, Bowie. And he goes, okay, so I guess I'm not going to do this review. And I'm like, no, not that. It's okay. You'll be fine. Keep going. It's all right. I'll live. It was so cute. I felt so bad. I'm like, no, I didn't mean that. Oh, it was cute. So it was really cute. All right. So this is a Scully. That's what I refer. It's a crystal skull, a stone skull, but I call them Scullies. Skullies. It's like to me, that's like the plural. That's a family of skulls. So I love my Scullies. Each of one of them has a guardian attached to them. Most, not all. I think I have felt maybe 2 or 3 that did not already have a guardian attached to it when I got it. I have an amethyst one. See? Perfect. Most of them already have a guardian attached. If they are brand new, newly carved, I have felt two, not ones that I owned or purchased, but I have felt two that didn't have an entity attached already. That's pretty rare though. I think as it is being carved, I believe, after having worked with them for quite a long time now, as they are being carved, I believe that the guardian is kind of waiting right there. And as soon as that's done being carved, they kind of guide some of the artist's hand, and this is how I want to be, and out it comes, and, you know, then he's in there already. So, miss David Bowie. I know, me too, Johnny. Oh, miss him. It's so weird that he's not on this plane anymore. It's weird. Jen, I love Scullies. How do you find out what guardian is attached? Okay, we'll get there. I promise, we're getting there. Your collection makes me want one. Kind of started with a skull candle. Perfect. That's okay, Rachel. That's perfect. I have skull candles too. And sometimes the thing about candles is that that guardian can be there temporarily, so it can come in and give you some information while it's there. And then it can quickly, you know, as soon as you burn it off, it can be released. The guardians that are in crystal skulls are here for quite a while. Like, I believe that the intention of that guardian is to teach each new owner. So like when I pass on, or if, now this hasn't happened to me yet, but I have heard that it happens to people a lot. If a guardian tells you at some point, okay, I have taught you everything that I can teach you, and now it's time for you to pass me along, then you can sell it to someone else. You can, you know, give it to someone else, that kind of thing. That has not happened to me yet. That's not true. That did happen to me once. And it very clearly was supposed to be somebody else's when I got it. And so I passed it along. I think I traded someone for something else. Oh, I never plan to burn this candle. It's too pretty, kind of there for the Morgan until I find something better. Right, Rachel? I have tons of candles like that. As a matter of fact, is my skull candle still up here? Oh, yep. I have one too. And every year at Samhain, I'm like, okay, this year I'm going to make a really cool spell, and I'm going to burn my skull candle. And I can't bring myself to light him because he's been with me for a while now. He's kind of like part of the family. In fact, probably I should put him in with my Scullies, but I haven't done that yet. Okay, so first of all, let me just tell you about my Scully family. Okay, yes, he's part of the ages now. We lost so many great musicians in the past few years. I know, it's, just kills me. Tom Petty is one that really, really hit me hard too. I adored Tom Petty. I love Tom Petty. I saw Tom Petty the summer before he died. So, was it last summer? Really? It's funny. Sometimes people, it seems, no, it wasn't. It was the summer before last summer. I adore Tom Petty. I would marry him. I love him. And so when he died too, that was like, oh, geez. Okay. What did I miss? I'm sorry, guys. All right. I don't have any Scullies. I've come close to getting one a few times, but I guess not the right connection. Absolutely. And that can happen. Usually, it's funny. Once you get one, all of a sudden, shoo, the floodgates open, and you have, I know, me too. I miss my Tom Petty. And all of a sudden, you have tons. It just, the floodgates go crazy, and that's it. I'm going to try to create a revealing ritual to reveal my Scully Guardian. That would be awesome. Absolutely. It's funny. I have this little voice in my head, though, which could be one of them. Just be careful because your guardian is already in your Scully, as long as you feel that entity, that there is something there already, then that's okay. I would, Prince, George Michael, oh gosh, oh, stop it. I know, it's been a bad couple of years. As long as that guardian has already, picked your skull, that is awesome. No problem. I would just be careful that you know that there's an entity in there, because when you are online over the internet, you don't want to open up spiritual doors that you can't close. So that's my only suggestion, is just watch out for that a little bit. But I'm pretty sure that, you would know that it has one in there. So the voodoo shop near me sells Scullies. Yay, I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Okay, so am I caught up? I want to start a Scully collection. Yes, absolutely, Hexen. They are, so, let me go back. I've been debating whether to post my guardians on our page. I do it on my IG account, on my Instagram account every week, and I do it on my regular Facebook every week. But for over a year now, I have posted the council. We call them the council. They call themselves the council. Let me start there. John Lennon too. Whew, yeah, that was a tough one. Would love to see your guardians on the Facebook group page. All right, I'll start posting them there. Every Monday morning, I go to, they all stay together. So Friday night, I'll tell you, Friday night when I get home, I keep all of them in this little bag, which I was telling Hexen on one of his lives, that I have a jewelry bag that I keep my weekly Scullies in, and my weekly stones for the week. And I have a couple of them, so it depends on, I don't know, every once in a while I switch them out. So I keep them in here because they travel with me. I don't leave them like at work, which is where I set them up for the day, but and every Friday I get home and I open up my crystal bag and I put the Scullies back in where the council sits. So I have a whole cabinet that is all for crystals, but they have one shelf is all for skulls. So the council sits in there, and they are able to commune with one another for the weekend. And they are all together. Minus one, which right now is on a walkabout. And I know I've said that before. My rhodochrosite skull has been on a walkabout for about 2 months now. And I assume eventually it'll show back up. But right now it's on a walkabout. It has disappeared. So one of the fae or the gnomes or the tomties or the brownies or whoever has decided to take it with them on a walkabout. And no matter how many... Oh man, Dundee, right? No matter how many shiny things and offerings I leave to them, so far, hi, Shadows of the Moon. Those gnomes, I know, right? So far, I have not seen my rhodochrosite Scully. So, they get to counsel. They get to commune with each other for the weekend. And then Monday morning, before I go to work, it will return. I know. And I know that several have kind of gone on walkabouts before. And eventually they show up again when they're ready to be back in with the council. But, it started out, it's funny. It started out, I used to bring one with me that I would kind of hear, probably come back wiser. I know he's probably, out gaining information wherever it is he needs it right now. I started out with like one, I think I had one for a couple weeks, and then they all kind of decided that they needed more than one with them because they have to kind of communicate back and forth together. And then we are up to, at this point, then it was 3. At this point, we're up to, normally it's 4. So I hope that they can kind of keep it at 4, because it's hard enough to bring 4 without, like, I don't like to scratch them. So I got to kind of put them in separate pockets in the little, because in the jewelry bag, there's little areas in the inside here where I can put one over here, and that kind of thing. And so they choose themselves. They let me know which ones want to come. And it's hard to describe that. Once you connect with them, then it's like you almost hear different voices. They are very definitely separate and complete entities on their own. I do not know all of my Scully's names yet. Partially because some of them don't want to tell me their names. They're not ready to do that. Partially because I have not sat down and meditated with each of them the way I need to learn their names. So let me start over. Now that I can tell you, that's what I do every Monday. And every Monday they set up on my Mammo machine and they are there for the week. Like I bring them back down at night, bring them home with me, and then I bring them, set them back up again. They're there with me for the week. So Monday morning when I get in, I take pictures of who the weekly council is. And you, being the viewer, can choose one of those guardians to be your guardian for the week. And they will advise you on whatever it is you want. So they are the ones you take with you each week. Yes, absolutely. So, and that's what I call my weekly council, which then becomes your weekly council. You are able to choose one of those to be your guardian for the week. I have several people that, will say to me, okay, I want this one. What kind of stone is it? And then I usually post the kind of stone it is. And usually they're like, oh, that's just what I needed this week, is that kind of energy and that kind of thing. So, love the bag, Jen. Where did you find it? I got it in a trade a long time ago. I got two like this. There's another one that's green on the outside. It's kind of like got green and purple flowers and stuff. And then it's black on the inside, green on the inside. I can't remember. It's been a while. It's about time for me to switch my bags up. So, but it's like a jewelry bag. What's your name again? Okay. So when you are going to choose a skull, one of the questions I had was, how do you know which skull to choose? You look stuff up. There's a whole bunch on the internet. You have a shop down the street that there's a whole, yes, jewelry bag. There's a whole bunch of skulls, in your metaphysical shop down the street. Do you go to a gem show? I've gotten several at a gem show. Now, my favorite place to get them, I have posted in our Facebook group. Is it like the pink I have in my video? Yes, it is, Hexen. Yes, just like that. Except it's not velvet, but very similar, yes. Shit, what was I saying? Gem shows. Oh, my favorite place I posted. Hi, Dustin. On our Facebook group, it's an eBay shop. She also has a website and stuff. She is the guardian of one of the ancient crystal skulls. And she buys all these skulls from the first one, Jen? Yeah, I know, right? She buys all these crystal skulls from a specific person who she trusts and who has some kind of degree in geology or something, so that she knows that each stone is that stone that he was saying it is. And then she auctions them at eBay, and she also just sells some of them outright at eBay, and she has great prices. And every single one of her skulls has sat with her ancient crystal skulls. Ancient crystal skull, period. She has one. So now supposedly there are 12 ancient crystal skulls on the earth. Not all of them have been found yet. So if we go back into history, this book is a great book to find out the history of the ancients. There are supposedly 12 that exist in the world, in this earth. And they have not found all of them. I think there's 6, maybe 8 now that have been found. But Not all of them have been found. So there is some still to be found. The first one was found in a Mayan temple. And it's called the Mitchell Hedges crystal. How do they know there are 12? Good question. Okay, so there are people who have tuned into that energy. And I'm trying to see, is this the book that has such a great beginning chapter on it? This is a great book about the first ones anyway. Yeah, so there are people who can. Have you ever seen bubble quartz crystals? Yes, 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 yes. They are cool. They are also called the bubble quartz. Shit, just lost it. I have one. Yeah, they're called something else, and my brain is going to skip right by it. I almost want to say like epiphany or something, but that's not it. All right. So anyway, there are people who have tuned into their energy, and they say, they meaning archaeologists, say that when they found them, there was like an enlightening, that they went through a spiritual awakening kind of process when they found them, because these ancient ones especially have very unique information to share, each one that has been found. And here's the thing that I always am like, this is the coolest thing ever. These ancient crystal skulls are all made out of clear quartz. So far. I don't know if it specifically says they have to be or that all of them are, but so far all the ones that have been found are clear crystal quartz. And they took these skulls, each one that has been found has gone through the same process. They take it to a scientific, where's my glasses? They take it to a scientific laboratory, Hewlett Packard. Where they do testing on it. Hi, Tammy. They do testing on it to see how it was made, what it was made out of, how old it is, how old is it. My favorite stone is tiger eye skull and turquoise. Yes, yes, yes. I have this one is one of mine that is one of my originals. His name is Paolo, and he has sat with one of the ancients too. Most of mine have. So they do this testing on them. Okay, so they know how to test to see how old something is. They know how to test to see what kind of tools have been used to create this. And this is really important, guys, because this is the cool. When people talk about, okay, this stuff isn't real, and there's no such thing as, different consciousnesses. This is one of those things that I always go back to, because scientifically, the scientists who tested these skulls cannot figure out how they were made. Their exact quote is, "This skull shouldn't even exist. There's no tool marks on it at all. Like it was born, not created. The age of it is older than..." Round two. Okay. The age of it is older than anything that has been found, that there's no way. It's like, yes, it has been created by magic, or I remember watching the lady that has one, can't think of her name, but I was like 8, and I remember being so fascinated by it. It was like on Unsolved Mysteries. Yes, because it is completely, they have no idea how they were made. They cannot find one tool mark. They cannot, they keep saying it's an impossibility. I don't know how it came to be, because there is nothing to say how this was created. And if it was created, it is technology beyond our even imagination because we can't figure it out. So if it was created beyond this realm. When your internet goes out or priceless. Oh, it's just the most annoying thing to me. I'm always like, yep, I pay a shit ton for this internet. So anyway, that's what we're talking about here, guys, is the creation of these skulls is supernatural because it just came out of nowhere. So either there's a couple different planes of thought, which is one is it's from an entirely different universe that they were taken here by other beings who were not human. And another one is that supernatural guardians brought them down and hid them because they have information to give. So people like the Atlanteans. Yeah, my mind just went blank. This is what, it's funny. There, when I'm downstairs, I have all my books. And when I'm upstairs, I have all my tarot decks. So I need an elevator or a camera to just follow me around so I can walk around. Sumerian, yep. Thank you, Lemurians. Yes, thank you. That they brought them here and left them here because they have information that someday we are desperately going to need in order to save our civilization. Okay. So that is the generation, how these crystal skulls came to be. So now there are, I can't remember if there's 6 or 8 that are in existence right now that have been found. But the one that I posted in our Facebook group, she has all of the crystal skulls that she buys from the artist that she collaborates with, has them commune with her ancient crystal skulls so that these all have their knowledge from the ancients. And so usually when I buy a skull, I want to know, have they sat with an ancient? Because if they haven't, that's okay. It doesn't mean they're worthless. My goal was to start off, and my goal was to have 13 because originally in the original meditations that they did with these skulls, they said that having a council of at least 13 means you will be able to access information from all different realms. So that was my goal after I had 1 or 2 that I wanted to get 13. Well, now I'm way past that. So she lives here in Arizona and hosts events with Synergy. Yes. And she is such a cool spirit. She's great. I've talked to her several times and I just love her. She's a really great spirit. Okay, so when you are looking on Lemurians, okay, so the Lemurians were an ancient civilization like the Atlanteans. You've heard of Atlantis, who were highly evolved and highly intelligent. And do I have my quartz up here still? Probably not, because that would be helpful. They also created a lot of things that they left behind for us to find. One of them was Lemurian quartz. If you ever heard of Lemurian quartz, and I can't believe I don't have any of my quartz. Oh, wait. Nope, I don't. If you hear, yes, if you ever see the quartz crystals, they're like horizontal lines all the way down them, and that's from Lemurian. It's called the Lemurian quartz crystal. And when you are meditating, you're supposed to rub your fingers across the Lemurian quartz, and if you can connect to the Lemurians, then they will give you some of their information that they have hidden in that crystal. Yes. Ancient knowledge, for sure. So when you are looking at skulls online, I will say, other than Sherry, who is the guardian of Synergy, I prefer to pick out my crystal skulls in person because you can feel the energy much better. I have learned to trust Sherry, and so when I am looking online, I can just kind of look at them and go, oh yes. I will tell you that there's a definite pull. So what I usually do when I'm shopping for a new guardian is I bring up Sherry's site on eBay, and you start to go through them. And what I do is I right click on my mouse when I look at one and go, oh, that one's kind of speaking to me. I really like that one. It's in our, I made it in my links, you know, my links, the files in our group. And it's under the, you know, I don't know, stuff I like, links of stuff I like or whatever. It's in there. It's under Crystal Skulls. So, Sherry's, I'll tell you, look at Sherry's site. Yes, trusted seller list. Thank you. Hi, Jack. Welcome. Glad to see you. You haven't been able to catch one lately. Sherry's site has some that are like 20 bucks. I mean, she really marks them down when they don't sell. And they're really good quality, and you know that they're the correct crystal, and they all have sat with Synergy, which is her ancient skull. So anyway, so you're looking, I usually right click and I say open in a new tab. So when I am going through them, I'm like, oh, that one might be calling to me. Open in a new tab. Open in a new tab. Sometimes I have like 10 things open, 10 tabs open with one of the skulls on there. Yes, she sells skulls. Skullies. And so now I have 10 tabs open. Hi, Grandma. Welcome. I'm glad you could make it. And this is how I do it. I go from one to the other. I'll look at one and I'll ask my guardians, okay, can you connect to this guardian and tell me if this one or this one is supposed to be mine more? And then you kind of listen for the answer. This is all about this is why it's important to learn to meditate, because you're connecting to your guardians and connecting to someone else's too. That's okay. It's on my trusted sellers list, honey, on the Facebook page under files. So, and 3 of those tabs won't open. Hubby laughed. Yes, that's true. So now I'm looking at 2 at a time. Okay, this one or this one. And you kind of get that answer. From meditating, you should be able to hear that answer. Yes or no. This one or this one. Okay, this one more. So you close that tab. This one or this one. You go on to the next one. Which one? Close that tab. This one or this one. Until you get down to the one. And then you try to connect with it through meditation. Can you feel its energy even through the internet webs? Because don't forget, we are all connected. Remember that picture of the web that I posted on our files where all those purple webs were interconnected? That is us. We are all connected. So you should be able to find that connection. If you can't, then you need to meditate a little bit more to learn how to connect to those energies. Meditate, 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 meditate. I can't tell you enough. I don't care if you are sitting there and bored on your lunch break and you close your eyes and think, okay, at the very least, okay, I'm going to connect to my guardian. Can I connect? Hey, guardian, are you up there? Can I connect to you? Yep, there you are. And you got it. Okay? That little bit will help you learn to connect. And that's what you need to do in order to know all this stuff. Awesome. That's awesome. And it's funny, my connection is not purple, although I loved that picture of it. My connection is not white either, but it's close. It is it's a brilliant gray, which I hate the color gray. And when I saw it the first time, you know, you see it in your mind's eye. When I saw it the first time, I thought, gray? That spiritual connection is gray? See? But it is a brilliant gray. It is like a huge bright light, and it's gray because it doesn't hurt my eyes. So that was the, when I was like, really gray? Why is it gray? It's because because I get migraines. That brilliant white light to me, I don't want to look at it. It's too much. And so it's gray because it knows that I have migraines and I don't like to look at it if it's too white. So it has made itself gray for me. My TV went weird and shut off the video. Oh, okay, that's really weird. So, okay, so now you have ordered this Scully. It's on its way home to you. Okay, it just took a few seconds to connect to this web. There are people around me, and I connected with them. There you go. Perfect. I love it. That is what you need to do. And the more you can learn to connect to that, the more you have access to all kinds of energies that we would never be able to hold all that energy ourselves. But if we can just reach out and hold on to a piece of that web, we can connect to anything we want, anywhere we want. Anywhere. Not even on this plane alone. Anywhere. Okay. So, it's on its way home to you. You get it home. It's in a box talking about the energy that the portrait of my great-grandparents fell when I walked past today. Ooh, yeah. I hear you, Rachel. That spirit energy can be very high. You get it home. It's in a box. You unwrap it. Let's say I'm going to say one of them is one of my dragons. I have 2 dragon energies. This one is fluorite. And I will tell you that dragons and I have all different sizes, except I don't have the really expensive human head kind of sizes. Someday, if I win the lottery, that's a goal. Or alien energy, the guardians that you connect with in things that are not human skulls, you will connect with differently because dragons don't speak English. And aliens don't speak English. Now, again, I'm going to repeat what I always say, guys. Oh, I'm sorry, honey. I'm going to repeat what I always say. That's my experience. You may get a dragon or an alien energy that speaks perfect English to you. Awesome. Good for you. That's not how they connect to me. When I connect to these, it is much more feeling connection. And being empathic, I know what they're trying to say to me because I can feel that. Jen's favorite mantra is when I win the lottery. I know. It's because, and you know, I want to help all of you. I ain't going to lie. I want to help me too. But I do want to help all of you too. It's Jen's fault, Maddie. I never thought of skulls before, and now I can't stop thinking about them. Yay! Sorry, I came back and had to look at her site. Awesome, right? It is awesome. Absolutely awesome. So when I connect to something that is not a human skull, it does connect differently, just so you know. Okay. Okay, so connecting to a dragon energy. You have a dragon. It's in your hand, and you're like, okay, guardian, I want to connect to you. Nothing. You may not feel that right away, and that's okay. There are, as I said, now I have a lot of skulls. There are some of my skulls that I still don't know their names. They're not ready to open up to me, or I haven't taken the time with them to connect to them in a way that they can then really open up to me. And that's okay. They still can pass information to each other, so I can still get some of their information. It's just a different way, okay? Helps if you're a Targaryen, right? Absolutely, Stephen. Absolutely. Okay, so you have this dragon, and you want to connect to his energy. Here is my recommendation. Go into a dark room.
This is going to sound very weird. But you're going to put the skull. This is going to sound so weird. You guys are going to think I'm crazy. You're going to put the skull on your belly button. Yes, that's what I said. And not with your shirt over it. Lift your shirt up and put the skull on your belly button. Now, you can all laugh at me. I know. There is something to... I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. There is something to be said, though, for that connection. It is like the energy connection. It's like the connection that you had from your mother is able to connect spiritually to other realms and guardians. Dude, we talk about spirits and other stuff. Why would we think you're crazy? I know, but I know. Yes, the umbilical connection. Yes. Wait, it makes sense. It does. It just does. Think of mom and embryo. That's right. All right, Artsy, thank you. Welcome, and I'm glad you stopped in. So you're going to put it on your belly button. You're going to close your eyes. And however it is, I do a mantra usually. So I can Om, I can Mana. There's a ton of different mantras. Whatever you feel spiritually connects you, start to form words or sounds. Makes sense, but still doesn't make it sound anything instead of weird. I know. Prepare for a wild ride, though, if you really lie with a crystal. Yeah, right? That's true. That is true. So, put it on your belly button. Make a few sounds. Not long, but one of mine that I do, especially something about Scully's, is mana. So it's mana, and all you're thinking is connection. Connect to this guardian. Who are you? What is it that you have to tell me? What information do you want me to know? And things will start to come into your head. Either for a dragon, and again, for me, either for a dragon. I'm getting my Scully to do this with you, Jen. Absolutely. I'm telling you, it works. I don't know why it works. It just does. Either with dragons and or aliens, I get symbols, I get feelings, there's a sense of knowing. Sometimes when I finally get names from aliens or dragons, usually it's, oh, I think, and usually it's a question. I'm saying, hey, is this your name? Is that what I'm getting from you? And then I get the feeling that, yes, that's what they were trying to say. Or no, that's not it. Then it says you have fluff in your belly button, right? Absolutely. I would make sure that your belly button is lint free. Now, if you still then have a problem connecting and you're like, ugh, I just can't get this. I would try flying bomb. Put flying bomb on your belly button. I know. Or there's an oil. I'll try to, I don't have the right book up here. There are psychic oils though. You can buy a psychic oil or you can make one, and I'll try to, somebody remind me please, and I will post my recipe for psychic oil. You can try that too. Put that on your belly button, put your guardian on top of the psychic oil, and meditate for a little while and see what happens. Eventually, if you get to know your guardian well enough, it will tell you its name. Everyone has a different personality. It works because all things are connected and babies are born knowing everything. It's, yep, as we grow that we forget that knowledge. Isn't that the truth? Yep. Every single one of my guardians has a different personality. Every single one. To me, everyone that speaks in a voice has a different voice. This Scully is the leader of my council. he is the end-all be-all of my entire council. Although he has been fighting lately with my new guy, who I have not gotten the name yet. Not fighting, but they have been arguing a bit, and so I'm a little worried. His name is Gaius. And he is a Mystic Merlinite. And he is the head. He is the leader of the entire council. He calls everything to order. He kind of picks out who's going to go next, you know, to the council for the week. He relays information back and forth. He is really their leader. So he always sits in the middle. He has a special platform that I put him on. He sits in the middle. He is a little bit arrogant. He's quite cheeky. He will tell me at times how fucking stupid I am. But he is highly intelligent and has a whole lot to say. So that is Gaius. He just is. I'm sorry. And you know what? He probably did that because, as I said, they have not been getting along very well. So I've had a lot of problems with him. Not with him personally, but with him because he is also a leader, obviously. And he has really been bucking Gaius's authority. So it's going to be, I have a feeling at some point they're going to have to, I don't know, have some kind of something where they really decide who gets to do it. Oh great, just what I need, a smart ass skull. Yeah, and believe me, there are some that are very. He's my newest guy, which I'm pretty sure I showed you guys. For one thing, I almost feel bad holding him because Gaius is very territorial. And so I purposely I mean, love you. I know you have lots of information in there, but I purposely haven't been connecting with him on purpose because I know Gaius is very threatened. So it's kind of a sticky thing right now. Okay, I would love a rose quartz one, but I never have connected to these skulls until recently. I have, and I wish I had brought my rose quartz one now. My rose quartz one is a very unique one. Hi, Brad. Because it's hollow in the middle. It's really cool. So, because I was totally buying a Scully. Got in. Okay, and I promise you, the problem is just be aware. It's like tarot cards. Once you buy one, he suddenly gets lonely and he needs a buddy and he needs someone to talk back and forth with, and he does not want to be left alone all the time. And so now you have to get another one so that they can talk, and then they both can talk, but you don't want them to get too close to each other because then they'll stop talking to you. So you get a third one so that there's a little bit more interaction between all of you. Then you end up, you're like, okay, I really need 13, because once you get 13 skulls in a circle is like a huge power point. It's called the cone of power, and there's this huge meditative cone of power that you can get only with 13. So then I had to have 13. It grows. It just keeps going. It's like tarot. It just keeps going. You can't help it. Back in bed feeling yucky. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm at work. Just popped in to say hi, Jen. Check your mail. I will. Hi, Brad. Mr. Foxman. Does it have to be skulls? No, it does not have to be skulls. No need to apologize for tarot mail, Dustin, right? No, it does not. I also had, now, I don't know. It depends on you. I have tons of stone crystal animals, and none of them have guardians in them. some of them, I feel like they have personalities, but they are not guardians. Good night, Brad. Again, maybe it's just me. What if you don't have a belly button? Well, at some point you did, though. So that area is still a connection, I would think. Put it on your heart. Yeah, that would be a close second. I still would put it near where your belly button was, because that connection still, like your muscles and your insides and stuff will know that connection was there before, and you still should be able to. I have always connected with turtles. Can they do the same thing? Maybe. I wish I could tell you, Grandma. For me, I have not had... Okay, what did I miss? Who said that? What about your third eye? Yep, you could use your third eye. Belly button. Yes, that's where you should connect with the skulls, is the belly button. That moment when your candle holder says it holds all tea lights and tapered candles until the taper falls and gets wax everywhere. Oh, I hate that, Rachel. I hate it. So, Grandma, it really... I have not had a guardian in an animal, but that's me. I can't tell you that you would not have a guardian, and you may be able to call a guardian into a turtle. I don't know for you. I know I have not specifically tried to do that, and I know I've never gotten... I have lots of stone animals, and none of them have ever had guardians in them already. But that doesn't mean it can't. I've never tried to call a guardian into an animal before. So, my turtle guardian, I miss him, left him at home. It's definitely possible. I just have not come across that. But that's possible. Some people are weirded out by skulls. I know my mother, as many as I have, my mother still, every time I bring them, she's like, oh, do you have to bring those skulls around all the time? It's just evil looking. I'm like, no, it's not. You're just stupid. No. All right. I do say that to her, but I don't mean it for everyone, just her. Okay. All right. So that is Scully's. Does anybody else have any other questions about the skulls before we move on to crystal ball stuff? How do we connect? How do we pick? And then it really is, yes, skulls represents ancestors to me. I have a couple that very definitely have my ancestors. And it's funny, though, I have to say, they're not ancestors that I knew, like not close ancestors, my grandmother or anything like that. It is farther away. So not someone that I could say for sure this is this person. I just know that they are ancestors from past that were connected to me. But hi, Abby. Welcome. So I get that too. Absolutely. All right. No other questions about Scullies then? Does everybody feel comfortable? If you want a Scully, have a tiger eye cat. Cool. How often do I what about the skulls? I think I may get a bloodstone Scully for representational magic. Oh, I love that. That would be awesome. When you say guardians, who or what are they? Okay. So, Stephen, here's part of my weird Christian block. And it's just because I grew up Catholic and had that, guilt piled on top of my head. So I always have this, is angels to me. I'm like, ugh, no, it's not that I don't believe in them. First of all, I just call them guardians because I see them. It is a spiritual being that is there to help you. So, and most of us have at least one guardian. How to anoint your Scullies. Okay, hold on. I'll get back to it. Thank you. I could not figure out what it was he said. So my guardians are personalized to me. And there are guardians for me. There are guardians that are ancestors from past generations. There are guardians of animal spirit that has come in. that has connected with me somewhere a long time that is here to help me. There are what other people I probably would consider angels that I consider just messengers from, spirit, messengers from that energetic realm that know how to communicate with me. And so when I call on my guardians, anytime I'm doing our angels Christian creation, who knows, who are we to say what is and what isn't? I just know I don't connect to things that I would consider angels. But I certainly would agree that what someone else calls an angel, I would probably call a guardian. It's probably the same energetically as an angel. It's just not what I choose to call it because I have a block. I have like that Christian block in me that says, no, that is a Christian construct. But it's, who knows? Stupid YouTube refuses to notify me when you go live. Sorry. Do you, Stephen? Cool. And how often do I anoint them? So anoint them meaning there's a couple different things that I do with them. How often I clean them. I always ask the full moon energy to empower them. And I always ask the new moon energy to clean them. And at least twice a year, I actually will bring them outside during the full moon to clear and energize. I anoint them in what I would call an anointment when I first get them. And I choose to meditate with them and I know I connected. Either I have gotten their name or I connected with them in a way that I know them now as their individual being. Yes. Yep. But that was for connecting with them. If you're having a hard time connecting with them, you can use the oil on your belly button. Sounds so weird. When you are meditating with them. So how often do I meditate with them? It depends. It's all different. When I first get them, I definitely anoint them into the council, into the family of Scullys. Like you would any tool that you use, any spiritual tool that you use. I would say, how often do I meditate with them? There are some that I meditate with a lot. Gaius, I bet you I probably every other month. And there are ones, my dragons, I meditate with them at least every 6 months. And some of them, like Lucy. Lucy is one of my very first. She is lepidolite and pink tourmaline. And Lucy and I have like a sisterhood almost. And so I meditate with her a lot. I try not to show favoritism because they could get jealous. But Lucy and I probably pick her out once a month to meditate with too. Gaius was not my first. Oil on belly button sounds kinky. I know it does. I'm the same way. Being brought up Christian, I tend to shy away from things related to Christianity. Never understood why loving God would create such an awful place as hell. I just shake my head. Yep. Gaius was not my first one. Gaius was probably somewhere in the middle. And it's funny, before I got Gaius, I did not need a leader. So I think once I got up to a certain number and he came into my life, as soon as he arrived, like he was in the mailbox and I could feel his energy. And I was like, oh shit, what the hell is that? And had to go out to the mailbox because he was like, hello, how long are you going to leave me in here? I need to come out now. So he is absolutely the leader. He just announced himself. And he was here and he was the leader. And he he told me what I had to put him on. He just announced himself as the leader. And so it didn't even occur to me. Nobody had ever said to me, when you have that many skulls, one of them is going to be the leader here. I think I had 6. when I got, it was before 13. I know that. When I got him, and I knew he was not quiet about it at all. He just let me know. He is the leader for sure. All right. So any other Scully questions? Hi, Tina. Welcome, welcome. Grandma Hart, I shy away from Christian things too for the same reason. Yep. It just is a mental block. It took me a long time to work with gods, guys, because I had a lifetime of dealing with male deity. So as far as I was concerned, I didn't need that. I had enough of that. And I was working with goddess exclusively for probably the first 6 years of my practice. It took me a really long time to want to connect with a male deity, just from growing up in that and always having only male deity. I was like, hey, don't need you. It took me a really long time before I wanted to connect with that. Hi there, I made it. Hi, Gypsy. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So are we good with, you hit the nail on the head. I'm having that deity trouble at the moment because of Christianity. Absolutely. And you may never get to the point where you want to work with a God, and that's okay. That's your practice. So if you are goddess only right now, awesome. Run with it. That's what you want. I'm surprised Pan and the Sun Lion made themselves felt quickly, but then again, based on my personality, it shouldn't be a surprise, right? And sometimes thank you, Jen. You answered my questions. You're welcome, sweetheart. Mary is big in the Roman Catholic religion. Yes, 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 she certainly is. For sure. Okay, on to crystal balls. Okay, so crystal balls. There are all kinds of crystal balls. So here, I'll just show you the ones that I had out, or they will become miffed that I took them away from the council and didn't at least show them. Took me about 5 years to work with a god. Awesome. So this one here, this is Preseli Bluestone. This is what Stonehenge, or some of the stones in Stonehenge are made out of. I love that one. I love all of you. And again, I did not, grab all of them because I couldn't. I love this one. This one is an Andara crystal, and he has a brain, which to me was always so cool. I did not realize when I got him that he had a brain, but look at, he has a brain right in there. Love that. What was the link to Sherry Scully's? It is in the files, honey. You have to look in the files in the group. I have 2 dragons, 2 aliens. Although I have been hearing an alien energy call again, so I think I'm going to have to get another aliens shortly. This is Mookite, and this is Fluorite. And I think my amber one, I think this was, this is my biggest one probably, is my amber. What was the beige color? This one? The dragon? This one is Mookite. Or are we talking about this one? This one is regular skull. This one? This one is Sunstone. And she's missing a tooth. She's not really, but the way it's carved, it looks like she's missing a tooth, so I laugh at her. I love her. She's got great energy too. So, yes. Okay. Magical power, rise and grow, be housed inside this crystal stone, so I may use it as I need As I will it, so mote it be. Ooh, I love that, Hexen. That's great. Whew. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So yes, the dragon ones are great. They're very protective. Oh, look at, thank you, Tina. That is great. All right. Crystal balls. There are, again, there's a million different kinds of crystal balls you can use for scrying. There is, there's so many. Okay, so first of all, this one was my first ever crystal ball. It's okay, Dawn. This one is quartz. Now, I will tell you, people will tell you that you cannot scry with a glass crystal ball because a lot of like the really big ones that you see, most of them are glass. Unless you are paying thousands of dollars. If you get a crystal ball that is this big and they try to tell you it's quartz and you paid a couple $100 for it, you got taken. Doesn't happen. This is quartz, and this cost me $80, I think. And this was years ago. This was my first ever crystal ball. Quartz crystals are natural energy movers, okay? That does not mean that you cannot scry with a glass ball. Some people will tell you that. I've heard people say, oh, you can't scry with a glass ball. Yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. It's a different way of doing it. You're looking for symbols and not feelings and energies, but you absolutely can. Here's what I will tell you. Because this is my first, I adore this ball. Love my crystal ball. You can with a mirror as well. Absolutely. This ball, though, is not really ideal when you're a beginner, especially for scrying. Can anybody guess why? Can you look at this and guess why this would be a difficult ball to scry with? Hard to see the symbols. That's right. No inclusions. No, yep, it's too clear. So it always cracks me up in the movies when they have these big, huge, crystal clear, not a spot in them crystal ball. I'm like, huh. Well, that would be really difficult to do because you are looking for symbols in here. And so depending on what you have it on, you can scry in your hand. That's a good way to do it because you have the reflection of the querent. You have the reflection of your hand, your ring, your self. But boy, it is not easy to see much in here when you're rolling this around because there is a couple tiny little, like, there's a couple little inclusions right in the middle. We're never going to be able to see this because there's no way my freaking camera will do this, but, oh yeah, a little bit, see? I do have a couple little things in there that help a little, but it works way better if you have some crap in there to look at. This is my favorite scrying ball. Out of all of them, this is the one that I love to scry with because it is not all clear. It is not all cloudy. It has tons of shit in there. I have lots of stories to tell you, but I'll just do it in the group. All right. Sounds good. Too small. It is not a tarot card, Jen. Please don't smack the ball to focus, right? Yes, this so much better to scry with because there is tons of stuff in there that you can see. Come on, please focus. I want it to focus so much. Oh, there you go. That's a little better. And you can see so much more in there. So whatever it is, as you're rolling that around and the light is forming things around it and forming things in it, you can see all kinds of symbols. Mine is a bit smaller than that one, and it's smoky quartz. Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I keep seeing pink and purple balls that claim to be amethyst and whatnot, but I swear they are glass from how they look. Absolutely. And, you know, again, you can scry with glass, but I do not recommend it as a beginner because good luck. That explains why I prefer to scry with stones rather than balls. There you go. I love my first crystal ball. It's citrine and full of inclusions. Perfect. I also have a misshapen amethyst, almost egg-shaped, but not quite. Me too. I do much better with egg shapes, with, you know, stuff that has all kinds of inclusions. Obsidian is great. Again, obsidian, depending on the maker, can be very, very clear. So this is, you know, a different kind of obsidian and just a little too clear. I will use it sometimes with certain people because that energy can kind of show up, but it's hard because you don't get a whole lot of symbols out of it. It's a little too clear. I love this one. This one is fluorite. Look at all that shit in there. I love it. There's all kinds of stuff in there to find. And depending on, like, if you have a candle on the table, you've got reflections in there. You've got shit in there. All kinds of shit for inclusions. So this is a great one, too. I love my fluorite. That one's an easy one for me to work with. What else did I bring? Oh, black obsidian. If you're going to be looking for symbols, when you're not looking inside the ball, labradorite, yep. Look for one that has a very reflective surface, because you're going to see a lot more reflections from that reflection. Just like when you're doing scrying with a, you know, a dark mirror, a black mirror, you're painting it with that reflective surface. How do you tell the difference between a clear glass ball and a clear crystal ball? Okay, couple things. First of all, the first thing you look for is bubbles. Glass will have bubbles in it. I don't care how expensive it is. Sometimes you can't see them without, you know, a jeweler's oculara, the thing, whatever you want to call it. But you will see bubbles. I was thinking rose quartz or cherry quartz. Yep, absolutely. That would be great. Yes, somewhere in tarot. Sorry. What? Labradorite. Yes. Stupid autocorrect. Amethyst. There's a crystal shop that I love to go to that has a Yep. Only me. Welcome back. Yay. Unbelievable. Kind of, sort of, you made it for alive. Yay. Hope you all went pee and got a drink with our intermission. Okay. I have no fucking idea what the hell I was talking about. Yay, Shadows of the Moon is sharing her Pop-Tart, so that's good. All right, we're talking about crystal balls, and I don't remember how to tell. Oh, glass ball from crystal one. Okay, so bubbles. First of all, you look at bubbles. Yay! Yes, I'm still on. I just had a short intermission where my phone decided to update in the middle of a live fucking video, but holy shit, wait a second. Well, that is a weird counter. What does this counter say? Started streaming 87 minutes ago. Okay, because my counter on my phone... Hold on, I got to take a screenshot because you guys will never believe me. Hold on. Nope. Hold on. Oh, please take a screenshot, please. Did it do it? I hope it did it. All right. It might not have, but my counter says negative 221 hours, 54 minutes and 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. It's counting down. It's counting down 221 hours. I don't know what happens. I almost want to leave it on for 221 hours, but that is very odd. I don't know. Good question. Counting down to what? I have no idea. That is so weird. And it's counting backwards. 35, 34, 33. That is the weirdest thing. I hope that doesn't mean that it'll screw this up, and when we get off, it won't save it. So I hope you guys enjoy this live, because I don't know if anybody else is going to be able to watch it. Because YouTube might go, what in the fucking world is that? I don't know what it did, but that is super weird. Thanks for the update. This message will self-destruct in 222 hours. I know it. That is really, really weird. Okay. So, well, if the world blinks out of existence in 22 hours, I love y'all. No, it's 222. 222. How long is that? I'm so bad at math that I'm like, what is that, a year? I mean, it's not, but it's a long time. That's like a week or something. That's craziness. Are we going back in time? I know. I feel like the skulls, I think you're right. The Scullies were like, nope, she's revealing too much. It's time to leave the earth. That is just so weird. 9 1/4 days. That is, let's do the time warp again. Yes, I love it. Yay, Rocky Horror. Okay. All right, let's try it. 9 days and 6 hours. That is just freaky. I really kind of want to leave it on now, so I might just go to bed and it'll still be on. I have a crystal skull that I lose every once in a while, and when I find him, he's usually in the doorway of my bedroom. There you go. We were just talking about walkabouts. I have one that's on a walkabout right now that I had up until, I have to go back and look at all my my weekly councils and see when the last time he was there to know for sure. But I think within the last 3 months I've used him. So all right, so we are all going to forget after that time, right? It kind of reminds me of that. That is just the weirdest, goofiest thing. I wonder if I can get my husband to come up here and take a picture of it so you guys can actually see. Because I don't know what to do. Hold on, I'm going to message him really quick. Peter. Hey, honey. Whoops. Hobby, no. Hon, can you come here and bring your phone? Please. Okay. Wanted some cereal? Perfect. All right. No, self-destruct. I know. It's just weird. Okay. Glass versus crystal. You will get better at it energetically as you work with crystals. Definitely glass will have bubbles. Especially if it's a big one. It'll have usually a lot of bubbles and you can really tell. The other thing is there's a trick. Hold on, where's my crystal? And it's something, one of them reverses. And one of them doesn't. When you look through it, I think this does not. Okay. Well, maybe I'm wrong then. I swear one of them reverses. What the hell? Scully did it. I know. It's just very odd. And then glass reverses. No, I'm wrong. There's another way to tell. crystal reverses. But I think you have to, it's not right up against it. It's energetically, you should be able to tell though too. Yeah, me too. And I just can't quite grasp my brain that has now been fried and is now going backwards. 48 minutes, 47 seconds, 46 seconds, 45 seconds. I think it's when you look at the reflection, it appears upside down. Yes, that's what it is. I just set a calendar reminder for 9 days and 6 hours from now. Let's see what happens. I know, it's so weird. Like, what if something really big happened? Like, ultimate consciousness. All of us who were in this life suddenly become all-knowing and are able to completely connect. How cool. You never know. We could be very, very special. Okay. This is so, I just can't, I'm like a little off because it's so weird. Okay. So wait, if it appears upside down, is it glass or crystal? I can't remember. I can't remember. I don't have, what do I have? So this is one of my 100 million journals. And because this is rounded, okay, wait, this is upside down. So quartz is upside down. You just got it back? You missed the glitch in the matrix? And then, I don't have glass anywhere. Yes, I do. Here it is. Yep, and then the glass is not. So it must be the quartz flips it upside down. When you look at the reflection of the quartz, it flips it upside down, and glass does not. So that's another way to tell. Yay! I knew we'd figure it out together. I thought that when you had that rainbow one up, it was upside down. What rainbow one? When I had the rainbow one, I'm so confused. That is nothing new, but damn it, man. Okay. Anyways, so crystal ball scrying. All right. Here's the thing. Again, when you tap into your mediumship skills, you have to learn to tap into, see, I don't like sitting back. This is why I'm always up at the top of my chair. I can't sit back like that. When the crystal ball showed a rainbow in it. It did? Did I say that? This is like Twilight Zone shit, right? I looked comfy. I know, but I feel, I don't know. I feel like I'm sinking. I feel like I'm like I'm in timeout. I bought a glass float because I heard they were good for scrying. Yep. You could absolutely. How often do you cleanse? Okay, how often do I cleanse? Oh, when you held it up to the camera? This one? Oh, look at the stuff behind it is upside down. Can you see that? There you go. How often do I cleanse it? Okay. Whenever they need it. They tell me if they need it other than what I normally do. So I take them outside twice a year in the full moon. Usually at Beltane and Yule. Although I don't know if I'll be doing it at Yule this year. Because it's so close to actual Yule. Makes me think of Labyrinth. I know, I wish I could do that cool David Bowie thing. But I don't want to throw my crystal ball around because it'll be upset. And then whenever I feel like they need cleansing, did you see how they do that? I so would never do that because I would be, with my real one anyway, I would be afraid that I would screw it up. But that was cool as hell. Squirrel, how long do you have to leave them in the moonlight? I leave them overnight. Here's the thing, though. If you're going to leave them overnight, just make sure that you are an early riser, or, I mean, you don't have to take them out before the sun hits them at all, but I wouldn't leave them out in the sun forever, for hours or anything. I do not sunbathe my crystals unless they are opaque, unless you can't see through them. If you can't see through them, then they will not, a couple hours in the sun will not fade them. But if you have amethyst, if you have rose quartz, if you have obsidian, if you have anything that you can see, fluorite, anything that you can see through, if you leave them out in the sun for hours, it will fade your crystal. And so the color will start to fade. So be careful. It's, you know, it's okay for a little while. It's not going to do too much, but I would not. I know, I absolutely adore that movie. I can't believe it has been 30 years now, though. 32 years. I remember going to the theater when it came out. But anything opaque that you can't see through, you can leave out there. Like, what was I saying the other day? Oh, my water. When I charge my elemental waters out in the full moon, I leave them out for the full 3 days. I just leave them out there the day before, the day of, and the day after, and then I go back out and get them. As long as it's not winter, obviously. Don't leave water out in a glass bottle in the winter. I can't believe I have to say that, but sometimes I do. Hexen, look up the song As the World Falls Down. It's my fave. Ooh, Dance, Magic Dance. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Oh, I can't believe he's gone. That's just so weird. So anyway, yes, I whenever I feel like my crystals need to be cleansed, I cleanse them. I love it in the spring, summer, fall time because we have a creek out back of our house, and so I can kind of bring them down to the creek. And it's weird that I am an air person, very much an air person. But I really like to bring my crystals that I work with a lot that are energetically hardworking crystals down to the creek and let them run or let us put them in running water. If I put them in the creek, I don't just drop them in, by the way. If you hold them in the creek and let the water flow down there energetically, completely is great at cleansing it out completely. I mean, it's like a brand new crystal by the time you pull it back up. It's really, really, really good. At least with my energy, that is what works really well. So I cleanse in the window over the winter. Absolutely, me too. Because you put them in the window. If you put them in a window that has faces the moonlight, either, you know, at the beginning of the cycle of the night or at the end of the cycle of the night, then you're cleansing them. As a matter of fact, I hate to say this, but that's when I say I call on the moon to cleanse my crystals. I really just call that energy is all over. It's all over your house. It's in your house. It goes through your walls. It goes through your roof. So really all you have to do is ask it to cleanse your crystals. You don't have to take them all outside. But there's something to be said for, you know, that process in your head of putting them all in a basket or whatever you're putting them in, bringing them outside. It's like a ceremony almost that you are doing the work to energetically cleanse them. But you don't necessarily have to do that if you remember to ask them, you know, ask the moon to cleanse them. The moon can go everywhere. That energy, I can feel the moon's energy on the full moon when I'm not outside, right? Don't go very far. Excuse me one moment. I just have to get my crystal ball. Hey, stop it. You cannot run away. I'm sorry I dropped you. Okay. Gotta try with oil. Never thought of that. Candle, wax, and water. What? Gotta try with oil. Gotta try what with oil? Matt, I love scrying
with water with drops of oil. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, I like that. I have not thought of that either. I have a black bowl that is, you know, a handmade pottery bowl that is black, that I put water in, and just with the reflections of what's around, I can scry in that. You can scry in your cauldron in water. So when we say scry, guys, do you know what that is? Is it like how you were saying with astral projection to open up your third eye first? Yes, absolutely. Anytime you're doing anything with psychic ability, connecting with spirit, you want to try to open up your third eye. How did I say this? There is a permanent way to open up your third eye. That once you open it, it doesn't, I don't know how to explain this. It's so weird. The first time you open up your third eye, it is a pretty big experience. It is like an awakening unto itself. So you, like, suddenly things look a little differently, and you are able to feel those connections a little bit more. Sorry, squirrel moment. My local metaphysical shop just said there's a psychic fair tomorrow. Woo! Which means there'll be crystal scullies there, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Anyways, okay. Have we, see, now I have no idea how long we have been on. Have we been on a really long time? Is it time to get off, guys? Jennifer, my grandmother would do a ritual with water and oil when someone was ill, and when she yawned, she was taking the sickness away. She was Italian. Ooh, Caroline, I'm telling you what. The Italian witches are super powerful with certain things, that, and I absolutely believe that they know exactly what they're doing. 30 minutes will be about 2 hours. Well, all right. So I know it says that here on my thing, it still is counting down. It says 221 hours. No, is that days? 221 days, 36 hours. Now, yeah, 35 hours and 56 seconds. So it has to be days. It's counting down 221 days. Because it's negative 221 colon 35 colon 40, 39, 38, 37. That is weird. Hi, Ego Slayer. Welcome. We're having a very weird night tonight. Yeah. It is very, very weird. What did Sully do to the phone? That is, it is very odd. There are fae about. Oh my God, have you lost all your saved data? I don't know. I'm afraid to look. I'm really afraid to look because I've got a lot of shit in my phone, let me tell you. That is July 16th, 2019. Okay, that's a little creepy. That's my husband's birthday, July 16th. That's very weird. Very, very weird. All right, now I really need him to come up here with his phone. Hey, honey. Yeah, and it's after tarot stock. Can you... He doesn't pay attention to his phone. Come up here with your phone. Wonder if he's asleep on the couch. Face
crack of the century. That is so weird. Just giving the wifey scream. I know, right? I know, but I don't want to wake him up. Okay, ready for a field trip, guys? Going on a field trip. Because I have to like prove this to you because you guys can't see this because it's on my screen. Field trip. I wonder if he's asleep. Hey, honey, are you asleep?
No, why?
No? Okay. He's not asleep. So, hi. Say hi, honey. Okay.
Hi.
Look at what happened to my screen. See that? That usually counts how long I've been on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's counting down. So in the middle of my video, my phone decided it wanted to update. And it updated, shut down, came back up, and I was able to come back up. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. And it's counting down 221 days, 32 hours, 52 minutes, which they all calculated out to be July 16th.
My birthday?
Yeah.
Cool.
Weird. Okay, where's your phone? As I've been texting you, I wanted you to take a picture of this because they can't see it because it's on my phone. Okay, this is going to be odd. Okay, ready? Wait. Wow, it's really, really not good at... There it is. Everyone smile. That's on there. All right, now I had to send it to myself so I can show you guys. Oh, wait, no. I can show you guys this way. Look. Oh, there it is. Can you see it?
In reverse.
So weird. That is just the weirdest thing. I'm like, okay, so what the hell is it with your birthday that we're counting down suddenly to your birthday? That's the weirdest thing ever, right? Weird. All right, what was I going to look at while we were down here? Remember I said something's downstairs? Can't remember. Oil? Hold on, let's go into my apothecary. My oil, I have scrying oil. I'm going back upstairs. I'm going, I promise. Wait. I have, here's my scrying oil. See, I have scrying oil. Wait, you can't read that. Still can't read that, can you? That totally sucks. There it is. Scrying oil. So you can buy it or you can make it. 221 days in the past is Monday, April 30th, 2018. Oh, yeah, it's negative. Oh, that's right. So what was it? April 30th, 2018. Does that mean anything to us? April 30th?
My sister's birthday.
It's your sister's birthday? That's his sister's birthday. Who we don't talk to anymore. Really. Much. Look at my makeup. It's all screwed up. Okay, back upstairs. We got to be almost done, guys, because we've been on way too long. It's so weird. That's a little after I had to put my dog down. Oh, I'm getting a baby Smoky Quartz. Maybe you should talk to her again. Yeah, maybe. But I hate her. Do I have to? Oh, God damn it. All right, this is super annoying. Because now my whole tripod thing just freaking went out the window. Okay, hold on. Math. Okay. Good. All right. There we are. All right, guys. How long have we been on for real? It has been almost 2 hours. I didn't go over everything I wanted to go over with crystal balls, did I? There's so much there, though. Okay, let's just say that you can open up your third eye. The first time you open up your third eye, it's a big thing. And once you open it, you could start getting migraines. If you're a person that gets migraines, part of the reason may be because you've opened up your third eye. Once you open your third eye, there are lots of psychic things that start happening to you that you're like, woo, what the hell's going on? And because it's a different thing, you're not used to that being open. It's like suddenly having an eye that you didn't have there. And so weird stuff starts happening. You kind of sense things better. But also there are things that bother you that didn't bother you before. So lights, sounds, things that you perceive but nobody else does. Does that make sense? And then there also, after that, when you're connecting to the web of the universe, to that energy, it is a lot easier. Then you really just have to concentrate and think about it. Shut your eyes for 2 seconds and I can connect. It's right there. And so then it is about learning how to feel what connections you need to get to. It's little things like we often forget about because we are young and then we remember and it's like, oh, now that makes sense. Yes, absolutely. As an empath, when I opened my third eye, I started getting the ability to feel things more intensely through touch. There you go. Yes, absolutely, for sure. I was like 17 and freaked out. Yes, I bet you did. Especially when you don't really know what the hell is happening. There's no one there that can tell you that. It's really, really weird. I've noticed when I meditate to open my third eye, I get scratched in my sleep. Scratched, like physically scratched. I have a weird one. When hubby rubs my feet, my third eye hurts. But yeah, I am weird. That is actually possible because your feet are connected to every piece. I touched one of my friends and started sobbing and it freaked me out. I bet I had, when I opened mine, that's when my migraines started. And I didn't have migraines before that at all. And things, I don't know how, it's like, I don't know if you've ever needed glasses in your life. And you had glasses for a long time and then your prescription kind of changes. And you got a new prescription or you got contacts, even more so if you went from glasses to contacts. And suddenly it's like the world looks different. It's brighter. It's more colorful. You see more than you have ever seen because it's just tweaked. It's a little different. Yes, I have scabbed over scratch marks on my back that I can't reach. Be careful, Rachel. Shield. Do you know how to shield? Or are you a person that shields don't work for you, like my son? Is there any particular deity to invoke when scrying? Ooh, that's a good question, Hexen. Now, there is there's deities that I wouldn't invoke while scrying. I touched one of my friends. Oh, yeah, I got that one. When I touch objects, I can feel what the person felt while holding the object. Yes, absolutely. You should look at the acupressure points on your feet. Thank you, Denise. Ah, thank you, sweetheart. That's so sweet. You guys are just great. I'm always amazed at you guys are very generous bunch of people. And I love that. He's probably just triggering one. Yes, absolutely. Can you ever shut it again? No. I've always debated opening mine, but at times I get worried it'll be too much. No, you can't shut it again. There is no way to shut it once your eyes have been open. It's like the green pill or the red pill or, what was the Neo, the blue or the red? It really is like you're awake now and you can't go back to sleep again. I know Ashley, he is on his way home from a performance he was doing sound for. I know, I miss Dave. You learn to shield. Yes. Thank you so much, Denise. You guys are awesome. Rachel, that sounds demonic. Demonic, or I have to say, Maddie, be careful because it's not necessarily demonic. sometimes spirit is trying to connect with someone that they are not communicating in their language. And so, like my son, he has had several instances where spirit has grabbed him or held him. And I'm not saying it's not demonic, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because sometimes they want you to pay attention to them so much and they're not speaking the same language. And so they reach out, and there's very few things that they can do, but sometimes they just don't get that you're not hearing them. It can, I'm not saying it's not demonic. It certainly can be, although it's weird. I don't think of demons as the same thing I think that most people do. I just think of that as dark energy. Anyways, it's a different thing, but it definitely could be. I know it's possibly demonic. Jennifer, since I was a child, I had the ability to see and hear from my spirit guides. That is awesome, Caroline. That is awesome. And again, my son is like that, and I always wished that I had that from childhood. So I'm glad that we raised him like that. I'm very curious to see how he will grow into that, you know. But it could also be where we added on to the house, because since that started, I've been smelling cigars more. Ooh, yeah, someone could be there for sure. I know it's possibly demonic. I'm paranormal fanatic. I'm not scared. I just hate when it's itching to high hell, right? Yes, Dave is doing sound all weekend, but he's going live Saturday. Oh, good. Saturday at 9 a.m.? Okay. You mean tomorrow at 9 a.m.? I'm going to be trying to clean this place so that I have something pretty to look at when I'm doing my live interview with Simon. Yay! If shields don't work, try asking the guardians. Yes, to help. Thank you. Yes, absolutely. It's probably a poltergeist. That could be too. Oh, true. Now that I think of it. And I will try to get on, but it's not 3 scratches, which if it was, I'd freak out, right? Hi, everyone. Hi, Dee. How do you open your third eye? Okay. Me being spiritual, usually the scent of cigars and flowers can represent ancestors. Yes, absolutely. Or guardian spirits. Or sometimes spirit itself. I have had, it depends on if your ancestors were cigar smokers. Because not a lot of my ancestors were, at least recent ancestors were. And so when I smell cigar smoke, to me, it is something attached, a spirit attached to the house, not necessarily bad or good, but it's not like my ancestors that I would know. So when my grandma is around, I smell nail polish remover. There you go. Yep. I have smelled that before. And I have smelled that. I don't know how to explain it. I have smelled old lady smell, like floral lipstick. Does that make sense? It's a weird smell, but it's old lady smell. Now, if you smell anything foul like raw meat or something, yeah, be careful. Avon perfume, yeah, kind of. I don't think of demons as what the church defines them as, but that might be a whole video filmed. Yep, exactly. Me too. It's very hard to describe, but I have no clue because my mom was adopted and my sperm donor was physically abusive. I haven't seen his family since I was 5. I smell my grandmother's conditioner. Ooh, I could see that. Was it like Pert or something that was really, you know, or Jean Naté perfumes? So there's certain people that I knew that crossed over that Jean Naté perfume. I'm always like, oh, holy shit, I haven't smelled that in like 20 years. I'm 14 and learning so much from you and other YouTubers. Yay, I appreciate that a lot. Thank you and welcome. Paul Mitchell. There, see, but you know what brand it was, don't you? You must always surround yourself in white light to keep protected. Some people, Caroline, that doesn't work with. My son cannot shield it, like, because he's part of that realm, the shield doesn't work. He has learned to communicate and say, hey, back the fuck off. But it's not a shield. And Lisa from Tarot Alchemist, she says the same thing. She was born with it, and shields don't work for her. She doesn't, there's not a shield per se. It's, she knows how to discuss things with them or however they do it. I shield, so I know what you're talking about, but they don't do that. I hate to seem rude. Does anyone have any feedback about my palm tingling question? It's a similar feeling to what I felt on my forehead or on my third eye. Sorry, honey. I totally missed it. Hold on. I'm looking back. Does it mean anything if one of your palms starts tingling? I've been feeling that for 2 to 3 days now, on and off. Okay, hold on. Which one? If it's your left palm, it means you're going to kiss a fool, I think. And if it's your right palm, it means you're going to come into money. Does that sound right, guys? My grandma used to say it to me constantly. Which one is it? Yes, there's chakras in your palm as well. That's true. I believe if it's your left palm, it means you're going to kiss a fool. If it's your right palm, it means you're going to come into money. I visualize elements. I can't shield myself, but I can shield others. No shit. There you go. Hi, Tamaya. Wow, fingers are drunk. All right, my mom used to say the same thing. Hello. She is right. You will meet new people, like shaking hands. Left is money. Okay. So I'm wrong, right? I mean, correct? Pipe tobacco too, which is so weird because that can be aphrodisiac for me, although I never knew anyone who smoked it, right? My grandma said left palm, loose money, right palm, get money. Oh, lose money. Right palm, get money. Right hand, you're going to meet someone new. Left hand, you're going to come into money. See, every culture has their own thing. Jen, I know we're over time, so could you do a video or post about how to open your third eye? Matt said meditation, but are there certain types? Yes, there are. As a matter of fact, what I may do is do a video that is a guided meditation to open your third eye. And start there and see if that works for you. And if it does not, then we could add it to our private session, Ange. Right. I smell biscotti and black coffee when my papa is around. There you go. Right for money. I heard your nose itch. Oh yeah, nose itch. Yeah. That might be it. Oh, tell them to get the hell away and leave me alone. Yep. Well, maybe I will get a job soon. Yay. I just need to stop being a lazy boy. I was going to say, have you been applying to jobs? Yay. All right, guys. Yeah, I know. I don't want to go over too much more because, we only have 221 days. Oh, yeah, but we're going backwards in time. I don't know. Either palm, rub it on your pocket. Yep, thank you. I think mine opened years ago, but my memories are fuzzy from that time. And Angela, that is very possible. Once it opens, it's a lot easier to tap into it. So you'll know. If you do a guided meditation to open it and it's already open, you'll know. Nose is when someone is talking about you. Oh, yeah. If right palm is itchy, scratch it with a coin to bring you money. See, there's all kinds of old superstitions, and every culture kind of has their own thing. So, yes, it should mean something. It possibly could mean coming into money. If you bump hit your elbow, it means money is coming. But if you run it, the money is gone. Especially just before I'm trying to go to sleep, they start bothering me. Terrible. Yes. I know. Poor Joey. Same thing. It's, at night, a lot of times at night, he says he's up and down those stairs all the time because it's funny. He's that protective boy. And he's like, oh, is somebody in the house? I hear something. Well, of course, he hears spirits. So good luck. The poor kid is up and down the house 3 times, or up and down the stairs 3 times a night to say, is that a spirit or is that someone in our house? We have lots of time. Apparently, ears is someone talking, right? I know it. I know it. What about a twitchy right eye? I've been experiencing that for the past few days, and it only happens when I'm around one particular person. Ooh. Wow. I don't know, but that's ears. Someone is talking about you, right? Means Sprite. Left, it means love. Hi, Jennifer. I would say that it probably means something to Leah, but it's hard without knowing you or being able to tap into your energy because I'm a little squirrely tonight now. I get a twitchy eye when I'm stressed too. Could just mean that person is stressing you out. All right. So I am like completely squirrel mode at this point, guys. I don't know if I could concentrate on a whole nother topic. So started streaming 2 hours ago. Twitches in your face, you're going to get a wrinkle. Right? Sure seems like that. All right. I'm sorry, Ruby. It was an interesting one for sure. We went through a lot of good stuff in the beginning, but then everything kind of went wonky when my phone decided to upgrade its software in the middle of the live. And then we came back and it's counting down negative 221 days, 13 hours and 20 seconds, 19 seconds, 18 seconds, which is in the past April 30th. I'm not sure why, but it's counting down. Intermission, yes. Very weird. Okay, so tomorrow is my interview. Simon is interviewing me on his channel. Now we are in warp time. Oh, God. Boy, yep. It did. You're right. So, yeah, so tomorrow is the interview with Simon. I know it just keeps happening and I don't even know where that one went. It may have like left me on a walkabout because now it's mad at me. Yeah, it is 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 4 p.m. British time. I can't believe, I mean, I've known Simon for so long now. I feel like, oh, Yule Fest. Yes. Maddie, have you posted something about Yule Fest on our page yet? I need to know what slots have been filled and what people are doing. We got to get that up so that people get an idea. Yule Fest is happening. It is December 21st, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it will be going for at least 12 hours, more than that, because we want it to go until the sun comes up, on our end anyways, which means that the end of it will be a ritual with it, well, with up to 10 of us. Does your hubby practice, by the way? I'm sure you've answered this. My hubby he's Christian, but he is open to all kinds of stuff. So he does practice with me. He's done rituals with me. He, will buy me a goddess statue every once in a while. He is very, very tolerant of all my witchy stuff. He's so good. So he's pretty good to me. He's what I would consider a true Christian, not a judgmental asshole evangelical Christian. And my sons, 2 out of my 4 sons also practice with me. Although, I mean, again, it's funny. Both of them will tell you they have different beliefs than mine, probably because we just are all eclectic. We don't call ourselves one thing. So they believe some stuff a little bit different than I do, and some stuff pretty similar. My son Frank in particular, he cracks me up because he is highly intelligent, and we get to have really cool conversations about stuff like string theory and multiple, timelines and different dimensions. And he has some pretty cool ideas about all that stuff, which I think are really awesome, but I don't know if I would be able to articulate them like he does. So I swear he's going to come on one of these days. So, all right. Yes, I need to prepare too. I have to put a blanket over everything and make it look like I have cleaned. Yay. I know. Yep. My hubs buys me, tarot decks and stuff too. He's great. And that's what I keep forgetting. Somebody asked me to show. My hubby has gotten me a couple different very vintage tarot decks from long ago, and I keep meaning to bring them up to show you because I keep them downstairs. But I will. Yes, I'm going to be doing an interview with him very soon. We'll probably plan it for one of our Tuesday night sessions or something. Will we have our nightly live tomorrow night or just the interview with Times? Good question, Ange. I don't know. let's see what happens. I'll let you know by afternoon. It depends, if a lot of other people want to be on live, then I'll let other people be on. Yay! So watch tomorrow if you can and you get a chance. I think it's so cool. We've known each other for a while now, so it'll be interesting to have an interview with my Simon. Yay! All right, guys. I love y'all. I'm actually going to shut this down, so hopefully when I shut it down, it doesn't blow up. And if we all blow up or suddenly become super conscious beings, that'll be cool too. We'll figure it out. Yay! All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much for joining me for 2 hours during our scroll session tonight.